I'm sure you've heard of a mood reader, but have you ever heard of a mood author, a mood writer? Because it is actually the kind of this awesome brain hack that makes it a lot easier to get into the world and to be able to be more productive in your writing. Now, I will say I know that not everything I'm going to suggest works for you in your setting. That is okay. Everybody writes different things. Everyone needs different things to be able to get in the mood. But when I first was writing books, it typically took me a couple years to write one book. And I knew that I had a really hard time writing when I wasn't in the mood for writing what I was specifically supposed to be. But I also found that if I just waited for the mood, it wasn't a guarantee it was going to actually come. So instead, I learned that I needed to create the mood. So, for example, if I am writing at home, I write fantasy and paranormal most of the time. I write other things as well, but those are the main things I write. And right now, I've been heavily writing fantasy books, which has meant that I have spent. It's easier for me to get in the mood if I'm not thinking about like my chores, my to-do list, those things that are staring at me in the face when I'm at my own house. So I've actually found that for me, if I am writing, it's best for me to do it when it's dark outside and I could turn off the lights. I can light candles and I can even pick certain scents or use perfumes or something like that. If you can't do scents, that's okay, whatever, don't do it. But I'm able to do those elements. I'm able to go and find music. I can do an ASMR video on YouTube and pull up that has like the ambiance for the background. You know, if I'm writing a tavern scene, go find a tavern scene. If they're adventuring in a forest, go find a magical forest one that has music that you like. If you are doing something where they're like on a train, go find train ones. There's basically an ASMR for almost everything. And you're able to go find ones that have the ambiance sounds, they have music, you can pick whatever you like. You can do words, no words, whatever. And if I'm writing at home, a lot of times I will turn off all the lights, I will light candles, I will turn on that music. Sometimes I will build myself a little charcuterie plate, like, or get a snack, tea, whatever I want to like write with, and I will sit down in the dark so I can completely tune out everything else going on in my house and I can just kind of flow. But that isn't always going to work for what I'm needing to write. I love coffee shops. I love bookstores. I love all of that kind of stuff. And one thing that I love to do is I will go and I will kind of check out the vibe of things and obviously the cost because cost is a very important element for everything. I don't like spending extra money when I don't need to, especially because publishing is expensive. I want to be able to put my money into that kind of thing instead. And so I I will go and I will check out places I can go write, places I can go sit for a while. And every coffee shop, every bookstore, every place you can go do this at, like little restaurants, parks, they will have completely different moods, vibes, that kind of thing. I also suggest if you are going to go out to write somewhere to bring a set of headphones. That way you can, again, kind of pull in music. You can do the ASMR in the background of your stuff. Sometimes I will even like minimize my typing screens and have the ASMR like on the side or behind it so that I still kind of like get to have like the visual vibe of that as well as the visual vibe of where I'm sitting. But then I also will even go an extra step sometimes. And if I'm doing that, like I will do like scented lotions or perfumes that come with me. I will sometimes dress up, and I don't necessarily mean I am going full cosplay, which I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of tempted sometimes, just because, you know, pretty outfits. But I I will put on things that kind of give vibes for what I'm going for. If I am writing super action-packed, really gritty battle scenes, I will dress totally differently than a day when I'm supposed to be writing the romance or the spice scenes, or I'm writing the cute magical library coffee shop scenes. Like, I go to a different coffee shop for those. I tend to wear different stuff. I do whatever I possibly can to kind of get in the mood of that sort of thing and sort of fake it till you make it, if that makes sense. But it really does help. It helps so much. And it really can help kind of get things flowing if you're stuck.